What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and behind me are the remains of the Encino Oak tree. At one point, the oldest tree in all of Los Angeles, more than 1,000 years old when it finally died in 1998. But that means the tree was born before the year 1000, before the Middle Ages, before the Ottoman Empire. This tree is truly a remnant of Los Angeles history. Let's get into it. It's important to note that Encino is the Spanish word for oak, as in California live oak, the type of tree that had a veritable forest right here in the neighborhood that would come to bear its name. The tree at the center of it all was the Encino Oak tree, or the Lang oak. It had an 8-foot diameter, a 24-foot circumference, a 150-foot canopy. The canopy was so wide that Louise Boulevard, the street in which the live oak stood, had to be split into two to accommodate the canopy of the Encino Oak. The Encino Oak is known as the Lang Oak because at the time it was discovered to be over 1,000 years old, it was on the estate of Michael Lang, and at one point it was considered to be the oldest living oak tree in the entire United States. It's believed that Gaspar de Portola and his expedition, as the first European settlers into the valley in the area of Encino, camped under the tree in 1769. At the time, the tree would have been more than 700 years old. To put in perspective how long 1,000 years is for an oak tree, the average oak only lives 300 years. In fact, one scientist in Encino in the 1950s said standing next to the Encino Oak was like standing next to a living dinosaur. Most of those ancient trees were raised to make way for the burgeoning community of Encino, but the Lang Oak survived due to the fact that its huge size and generous age inspired awe in the community. As the developments continued to encroach on nature, the tree was slated to be bulldozed in the 1950s, but there was actually a community movement to save the tree. By 1991, the tree was threatened again, this time by bacteria and disease. At the point, tree biologists were split as far as how to save the tree. In its weakened state, the tree survived another 7 years, till February 7, 1998, when a powerful El Nino storm dealt the Lang Oak its death blow and felled the tree completely. Despite its extremely advanced age, tree biologists believe that the tree could have continued living if it weren't for the building of the Encino Reservoir in 1921. It's said that the building of that reservoir cut off the water supply deep underground and shortened the lifespan of the Encino Oak. So all that remains today of the Encino or Lang Oak is this stump and a little plaque close to Ventura Boulevard. But this tree, during its 1,000-year reign as LA's oldest tree, saw more history than anything in the history of Los Angeles. All right, LA, it's been a minute.